50 years ago, people didn't talk about extinct animals, climate change, melting of the poles, and land contamination. The massive growing of the principal brands of the world, the lack of these kind of topics, the fact that we don't use an alternative source of energy, and the lack of conscience have made a lot of change in our environment. It is not necessary to go so far to realize that our lifestyles changed in the last 10 years ago. Our cities have more garbage all around the streets. There's more cars, and increasingly we have fewer green places. Diseases are still growing so far, which is a signal to start taking solutions to improve this situation. Some places all around the world changed their environment because of pollution, contaminant garbage, toxic substances, and human action. Coral reefs are changing their natural color. Their population are still decreasing. Oceans all around the earth have a huge extension of black petroleum waste from oil companies. Moreover, jungles in Indonesia have been burned because the industry needs to get palm oil and other resources from them. Have you ever thought that the contamination of our air and lands can affect our mood? Probably not, but that problem affects our lifestyle. There's a lot of child illness, mainly in countries where pollution is so high. For instance, Bangladesh, China, India. As we mentioned previously, main brands are the principal contaminant factor, and their establishments are located in those countries. Recent reports say that these companies don't have appropriate procedures to reduce their toxic waste. They just throw the waste on the nearest river or lake. Rivers and lakes which people go and get their water, food, and other resources. Let's talk about the melting of the poles, which are the habitat of thousands of species on extinction risk. The poles help us to reduce the heat of the climate. They bring a lot of stability on the development of ecosystems. The bad news is that they are still melting slowly, and we don't realize about that. Ice caps reflect the excess of heat coming from the sun to the space, keeping the earth cooler. It's natural to see how the glaciers melt. It's a phenomenon that have had occurred along the time. But in recent years, the melting of the ice caps is melting much faster than ever. Next, we will talk about 5 polar ice melting facts. Ice sheets in Greenland and Antarctica are losing huge amounts of ice every year. According to recent studies, Greenland and Antarctica's ice caps are still losing their thickness because of the global warming. The melting of the poles contributed to increase the level of the seas around 0.9 mm per year. This event will contribute to disappear huge extensions of beaches around the earth. Many islands will disappear and millions of people will lose their homes. Coastal flooding could affect 400 million people annually. Scientists predict that there could be a rise of sea level affecting around 400 to 500 million people living near to the coast. Since the 18th century, with the introduction of the industry, the pollution on the earth increased twice than ever before. Driving a smarter car will reduce the emission of carbon dioxide. Global warming put coral reefs in danger. Scientists predicted that they won't be able to adapt quickly, and bleaching and other consequences will increase. The human being is perfectly capable to revert the pollution, contamination, and reduce the toxic waste belonging to huge industries all around the world. There has been a lot of plans and social programs with the purpose of make conscience, trying to get some support of us, because it's an everybody assignment. We are on time to reduce the risk of future illnesses, chaos, and extinct of the animals. As students, we can help the environment following these directions. 1. Avoid buy food wrapped or packed in plastic. Instead, try to make your own meals. 2. Take a 5-minute shower. Trust me, it's more than enough. 3. Reduce your compulsive shopping. You will make a favor to the environment. 4. Plant a tree. If you don't know how to grow a seed, there's a tons of videos on YouTube. 5. Don't waste the food. 6. Grab the trash that you find around. It will help to keep the place clean. 7. Try to use second-hand clothes.